What do you think? Good. Morning, everybody. It is currently Friday, January 13th, 2017, and I'm headed into work for the day, and I'm excited. I'm gonna get some uninterrupted time tonight to work on my car all by myself. And basically tonight I need to finalize prep for pulling the engine and transmission. So I didn't get nearly as much done on Wednesday night when my buddy Luke was over. We ended up fiddling around and talking business and all that crap. And so what's left for tonight, I need to get the transmission linkage disconnected. I need to disconnect all of the electronics wiring and stuff. And then I need to disconnect any type of fuel lines. And that's the main part. There's not much left after that. There's just a few other things. I had bought a couple of clevis things for hooking onto the engine to be able to pull it, and they are too big. They won't fit through the brackets on the engine itself. So I need to either get smaller clevis things or some big bolts that will allow me to just bolt my chain directly to the brackets. That's it. I can't believe I got my own torque converter. So I've never played with one of those before. Have no clue what to expect, and it's a little scary, but it'll be okay. I was just thinking to myself, you know, I want to fix my coolant leak, and my car has leaked coolant since I did my water pump. So when I reassembled it, I did something wrong. I don't know what. So, but to get to the water pump and all that jazz, I gotta take the timing belt off. So, the timing belt has like this automatic tensioner deal or setup, and I'm trying to figure out if I should, I don't know, like if I should buy another one of those automatic tensioner things, and then so that way I can, you know, remove and then reinstall my timing belt to get into that whole area. I don't quite know what I want to do. So, I also have to remove like all the charge pipes and stuff. That's just a screwdriver. So that's about it. Yesterday I loaded Claymore 11. Okay. Alright, we just had a cop come flying by like a madman, so I had to get over. I don't know. I am out of freaking propane. That sucks. So it's gonna be a cold night tonight. Might have to drink some whiskey or something. I don't know. Forgot about that. Probably Saturday morning I will grab the tank and bring it over and get it refilled. Got all my bills over here, bringing with. I got my AAA membership. That's a little under $100. If you don't know what AAA is, look it up. Especially if you own or drive a used car and ever think you may ever once in a blue moon get a tow, it pays for itself after one tow. It's they have different packages. The one that I have has it's like their plus one, so it's 100-mile tow range, and it's included for free. They do lockout service. They'll bring you gas if you run out of gas. I think they'll even like change your tire if you get a flat. So highly recommend it to anyone. If you got kids, family, friends, if it's like anyone I know, I can get a tow or anything like that for them for free. Really badass service, so I highly recommend it. It's called AAA. Back in the day, their membership card was also a bond card. So in Illinois, the police officers would actually take your license if you got like a ticket or something. So they would take that as like collateral or some shit. Now they, as of I think like this year, they stopped doing that as a procedure. But back in the day, you could give the police officer your AAA card instead, and they would take that, and then you get to keep your license. So I don't know if your state still does that or not, but yeah, it serves as a bond card as well. Really cool stuff. So there's a lot of perks to it. You can get discounts at like hotels and stuff like that. So yeah, AAA, I highly recommend them. So that's about it. Oh yeah, I mentioned I loaded Claymore 11, and I am getting a little bit better hash rate, but Nanopool is reporting that I'm not really making that much money anymore. It's like $7 a day now. So I don't know what's going on here. Zcash was kind of up. I don't know. You know what it probably is because Bitcoin is now crashing. Not crashing, but it's not $1,200. Now it's like $800. So I don't know. Maybe I should be getting out of mining soon. I do have to return one of my cards in probably another week and a half. And once I do that, then my hash rate's going to go down substantially. That'll be like 230 hash or solutions a second for the one card alone. That's it. Stay tuned for more. Alright, it's Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Just getting out of work for the day. And I got the album done for Wedding 2. Wedding 3 is soon to come. And yeah, it's gonna be a good weekend. So I gotta get a lot of shit done tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. Like I mentioned earlier, our anniversary is coming up. So really excited here. Let's make some stuff happen. Not much going on today. It's been a busy day for work and all that type of stuff. And over my lunch break, I worked on the coffee table book for Wedding 2. Got that. I don't want to say done. It was first draft. Let's call it that. And I got a invoice today for a Monday Shutterfest photo shoot. It's basically like an extracurricular photo shoot, and it's hosted by the girl that did she did the same thing last year, and I really enjoyed it. Really professionally done. Everything's all lined up. It's like $103, and it's 4 hours of shooting, and they provide models, makeup artists, hair people, body paint artists. So it's gonna be a good time. Yeah, so I'm just excited to get out of work for the day and start getting shit done. I was a little bummed that I don't have any friends coming over to help me work on the car, but they're just gonna slow me down, so that's quite alright. Might as well just grin and bear it and get stuff done rather than waste time. Got a few errands to run after work here. I'm gonna go and stop at Harbor Freight, and after that I am headed to home, and I think I'm gonna pick up Sophie, and her and I are gonna go return the floor jack or the car jack to my brother-in-law. So he needs it back. Yeah. So what else? Might have to stop at Home Depot again. A lot of stuff going on. So stay tuned for more. All right. So we just got back from running errands, we being Sophie and I, and just dropped off the jack to my brother-in-law. It's his jack. I was just borrowing it. And Sophie got to go on a car ride. You should have seen her. She loves it. And here's what we got for dinner tonight. One giant steak burrito. And it is is, what are we looking at? 6:15. So it'll probably be around 7 or so before I get out working on the car. And I need to get moving and grooving. Stay tuned for more. Alright. So, this is where I'm left as of right now. This is Friday night. It's a little bit, it's almost 9:30. I think I'm going to call it quits for the night. I'm just going to pick up my tools a little bit and look over everything. But what do you think? This has been pretty intense. So, as a point of reference, you could almost say that the work hasn't even begun. And I haven't spent a lot of time getting to this point. I get nervous with the uncertainty. The uncertainty meaning I could rip everything apart, put it all back together, and have freaking issues that I didn't even have before. I'm unplugging so many sensors and so much stuff. I don't even know what half of this shit is or does. But I have a newfound respect for mechanics because, like, I like mechanical things. I like figuring out problems and stuff. But, like, this is a lot of work, and I haven't even begun the actual repair jobs yet. So I gotta get the engine and trans out, and then I can actually start repairing stuff. So, yeah, this is a lot. This is a little overwhelming right now. Wow. But it's good. It's looking good. So I disconnected the drive shaft, the exhaust. I also disconnected the shifter linkage for the transmission itself. I disconnected both transmission electrical connections underneath the car. I obviously removed the front end of the car, the front clip, front bumper, headlights. Disconnected the power steering reservoir. Disconnected and removed the coolant reservoir. The Y pipe is gone. The air box typically goes right here. That's gone. The driver's side intercooler is completely removed. All of the transmission lines are also disconnected from the front of the car, as well as all of this stuff. So I'm pretty speechless here. I don't know. Yeah. So this entire project is so I can replace my turbochargers. Not only that, the torque converter, but then I noticed that my power steering pump is leaking. So that's on the front of the engine here. So that's about it. Here's my pile of parts. There's the exhaust sticking out from below there. My even larger pile of tools. Here's all my Ziploc bags showing all of my progress. So as I take stuff apart, I put it in a bag and label it. There's normally an intercooler right there, similar to the one that's over in that corner. Well, actually there it is now. That's the driver's side one. This is the air conditioning compressor. I removed that and dropped it out of the way. So I might as well show a little bit of a close-up. I also disconnected the ECU, so the engine control unit. So all of this cabling can and shall flop over onto the engine and go with the engine. And this pulley is my power steering fluid pump, and you can see it's nice and juicy. It's been dripping all the way down, all over the front of the engine. And then I also have oil everywhere. So this little bell looking thing, that's the engine mounts. That's what I will be disconnecting once I am completely ready to remove the engine. Looks like there's a single wire connector that, yeah, it runs right here. I gotta trace that, make sure that doesn't need to be disconnected or unplugged. I'd like to clean all this up and get it sparkling again. But, and then I also have a coolant leak, which is right behind that little black pulley. But not behind the black pulley, it's behind timing cover, which is also behind the timing belt. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know. I just gotta keep moving, keep working, and just keep swimming. So this is the most extensive thing I've done in my car yet. I've owned the car for a little over 2 years, and what I'm trying to figure out is how the hell other guys that work on these a lot can do all this in 2 hours. It hasn't been that much longer for me, but it's been probably a good 2 days of working on this to get to this point. But I guess now I know what I'm doing. Maybe. Save me.